Good morning and welcome. At this time of year when we're celebrating our freedoms, it's worth remembering how hard-won freedom has been and continues to be for many Americans. A new book by Dover native James Kirchick documents how gay people active in politics and government have struggled to serve free of persecution and demonization. The book is Secret City, The Hidden History of Gay Washington, and I'm pleased to welcome Jamie Kirchick here with us today. Good to see you, Jamie.
Thank you, John. Great to be here.
Thanks, and congratulations on your book, The Pride of Dover. One of the most accomplished politicians in Massachusetts history was David Walsh, who was governor before being elected to the U.S. Senate in 1919, where he served on and off for 28 years, the first Irish Catholic senator from Massachusetts. So he was known as a humane liberal, but he was also an isolationist. In the run-up to World War II, which put him at odds with Franklin Roosevelt. What happened to him in 1942 is still kind of a milestone in the political weaponization of homosexuality. Tell us what happened and why it mattered.
Sure. So in May 1942, the New York Post, which at the time, as difficult as it might be for some people to imagine this, the New York Post was a liberal newspaper. It was the paper of the liberal intelligentsia. It was pro-FDR. It was pro-New Deal. And it was pro-intervention, obviously, in World War II. They publish allegations that a Senator X, is how they first describe him, was frequenting a male brothel in Brooklyn. Not only was it a male brothel, it was also one frequented by Nazi spies. And they published this story for several days. There's new revelations, there's new details coming out, and all the while they're holding the so-called Senator X's name behind closed doors, and then finally, after about 5 days, they publish the accused's name, Senator Walsh.
Outing,
it's
right?
the first. This qualifies as the first outing in American politics, and it's the only newspaper, the only media outlet in the country, actually, that will name him. Homosexuality is a very taboo topic. In fact, the word homosexual doesn't even appear in any of these articles. They describe it in other ways, but it's a massive scandal in the Senate.
And this destroyed Walsh's career.
Well, yes, it did. He ended up losing to Henry Cabot Lodge in 1946.
What's the moral of that story that's relevant today?
Well, we should add that there's actually, the FBI did an investigation. Yeah. The New York Post later hired a private investigator to sort of go over all the reporting of its reporters, and they found out that Walsh was innocent. That it was a case of mistaken identity, that it wasn't him. And they actually looked at his Senate attendance record, and they realized that he could not have been at the brothel at the times that he said he would. Now, he happened probably to have been gay. That's probably true. But the claim that he was there was false.
But that didn't matter, and in fact, throughout the book are stories of lives and careers destroyed by allegations, true or not.
Right. Well, as I say in the book, that this was the most potent and dangerous weapon in American politics, was the allegation that someone was gay.
Well, you know, you write that one of the undercurrents of your book, one of the comment on it, or the lessons of your book is that it's the story of a nation overcoming one of its deepest fears. But really, what has changed in terms of the way sexuality is used as a political weapon?
Well, I think homosexuality itself is no longer feared by the general public, and that's an important development. If you look at the status of gay people in this country at the time that my book begins, during the New Deal era, it was illegal to be gay, it was religiously condemned by all of major religions, and it was also deemed a medical condition, right? And to go from that to where we are today, obviously, where we have openly gay politicians, there's an openly gay attorney general in this state, we have Pete Buttigieg and whatnot, that's a great achievement. I actually think that even the use of sexuality in politics has decreased a lot, because Donald Trump, I think his being president and the fact that so many conservative Christian evangelicals supported him in spite of his long history of sexual infidelities, I think that kind of deflated sex as a weapon, period, straight or gay. We'll see, but I think that's what's going to happen. Well,